Happy Labor Day from CES New York. Staying safe on campus. What every college student needs to know.
Stay away from me.
Plus, Save My Baby.
I got a pediatric drowning.
The little girl falls into a pool. She doesn't have a pulse. They thought she was gone. How they didn't give up. And hot dog dilemma.
The Good Samaritan who got into hot water for rescuing a dog out of a hot car.
You okay?
What right do you think you have to open someone's door?
Plus, bachelorette party versus Jaws. Look at that monster.
Oh my God.
That is the biggest shark I've ever seen.
They're going to need a bigger boat. Then hang on. Star quarterback Patrick Mahomes and wife Brittany riding in a cart. But is it safe to ride standing up?
You're a little nervous?
Nervous, yeah. And the live quitting phenomenon.
Want to give my 2 weeks in?
Quitting your job on social media.
I quit.
Is this any way to tell your boss you're out of there? Then
Oh my goodness!
what she found behind the bathroom vanity that she's been missing for 20 years.
I'm still shaking.
And
Into our dorm.
you've never seen dorm rooms like these.
This is our dorm room. This is our bathroom area.
Extreme dorm room makeovers.
Here is my bed.
Now, Inside Edition with Eva Pilgrim.
Hello and thanks for joining us this Labor Day. I'm Eva Pilgrim. It's the start of the school year across the country, but as well as being excited, many students are jittery after a number of scares, including last week's shooting at a Catholic school. So we've got tips on how to stay safe.
Millions of students are leaving home for college right now, but campuses are no longer safe havens. This was the extraordinary scene at the University of North Carolina as students scrambled out of second-floor windows to escape a gunman. In this 911 call, you can hear the fear in the caller's voice.
Close the doors and stay inside. There's an active shooter. I know who the student is. He has a gun, and he's on campus.
So, how can students stay safe? These young students attend Hunter College in New York, and they're getting important survival advice from Inside Edition security consultant Bill Stanton.
I'm going to grab. This is all quick. I'm going to take him down.
His first tip, stay focused on your surroundings, not on your phone.
While you're walking like this, bad guy could be waiting to pounce on you. So keep aware, and you will never know what you possibly avoided by keeping your head on a swivel.
There's a lesson in the murders of 4 Idaho college students in their home. Lock your bedroom doors.
Invest in a good bedroom door lock. For when you go in bed at night and you close that door, make sure there's a good strong lock on it to prevent anybody coming in.
University of South Carolina student Samantha Josephson made a fatal mistake. She climbed into a stranger's car believing it was an Uber. It was the last time she was seen alive. The driver murdered her.
Take that little extra moment and actually match the license plate with the driver.
Bill Stanton demonstrated how to turn everyday objects into weapons, like a mug.
So I grab you, right? Shove that right up in my face. Right. Now that's going to hurt me. Or like that. Push me. And then run.
Or an umbrella.
Stay away from me and then push.
Very good.
Tips to make it through the next semester.
A study found 57% of teens worry about a shooting happening at their school. A big scare for a family after a 2-year-old girl is pulled from a pool without a pulse. We hear from one of the officers who ran to the scene. Stephen Fabian has the details.
A 2-year-old girl falls into a pool. She's at the brink of death.
I got a pediatric drowning on their way there.
Police race to the scene and begin child CPR. Witnesses tell them they don't think the toddler will make it. But the cops in Doral, Florida aren't giving up. An officer pounds her back. Then she's turned over so that chest compressions can be administered. When you got there, describe the girl's condition.
She had no pulse. Her lips were purple. Her skin, she was pale, and she was not reacting to anything that we were doing. She wasn't alive at the time.
Then, a miracle. All at once, she's gasping for air. What was that moment like when you finally heard that gasp?
It was life-changing. It was truly a miracle.
The little girl is rushed to an emergency vehicle where paramedics continue the resuscitation effort. And here's Kaylana's today. Her dad is holding the cutie pie as the family is reunited with the heroes who saved her life. After a rescue like this, I think he's due for a promotion. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's a superstar.
So glad that she's okay. By the way, 6,500 children end up in the hospital each year for non-fatal pool-related injuries. It's still hot outside, so it's important to remember to never leave a child or a pet in a locked car. Well, this woman saw a dog panting in 90-degree weather. Unable to find the owner, she opened the car door and gave the dog water. Then she got the shock of her life. As Allison Hall reports, when a police officer arrived, she was the one in trouble.
A woman sees something in the parking lot on a blazing hot day.
You okay?
There's a dog inside that pickup truck.
The windows were rolled down about this much. The dog was clearly at that point in distress, panting really heavily.
Suzanne Vela says she was leaving the gym in Cornelius, North Carolina when she saw the pooch and what she says was obvious distress.
The car was parked really close to the Wendy's restaurant, so I did go inside of the Wendy's and looked around, and I did not see any adults.
Suzanne called 911, but she says she couldn't wait for police to arrive. So she took matters into her own hands to rescue the dog. She went to open the door of the pickup truck, and to her surprise, it was unlocked. Suzanne gave the dog water from her water bottle. 10 minutes later, an officer showed up. Turns out her good deed, giving the pooch some cold water, landed her in hot water.
What right do you think you have to open someone's door?
I already told you, I don't think that I have a right, but all I said was that if there's a dog and a 90-degree day locked in the car panting, I'm going to give it water.
You have no right to do that.
Okay.
Turns out, under North Carolina state law, only first responders are allowed to enter a car if they can't locate the owner.
The police officer got very close to me and just started raising his voice, yelling at me, telling me that I had broken the law, that I had absolutely no right to go into somebody else's property.
The officer accused Suzanne of trespassing because she opened the car door to come to the aid of the dog. Do you regret breaking the law in this way?
When it comes to the safety and well-being and the humane treatment of a person or an animal, I am happy to break the law, and if I had to do it again, I would have done the same exact thing.
The owner of the car declined to press any charges. Well, they were having a bachelorette party on a boat. As they headed out to sea, they joked about it being the 50th anniversary of the movie Jaws, and what do you know? A giant shark showed up. And as they say in the movie, we're going to need a bigger boat.
It's a bachelorette party on a boat. The bride-to-be and her bachelorettes are having a great time. Suddenly, an uninvited guest shows up.
That is the biggest shark I've ever seen.
Oh my God. Everyone is stunned as the monster swims alongside the boat. The bride-to-be freaks out. Memories of watching the movie Jaws come flooding back, particularly that famous scene.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
She huddles in the back of the boat. She can't even look.
I'm always thinking about sharks in the ocean, no matter what we're doing. Like, that's just one of my fears.
I spoke to Morgan Irons and her bridesmaid, Colby Taylor, today.
It was about 25 feet or so, and we were, like, almost over top of it.
25 feet. That's a huge shark.
Yes, it was humongous. It really is such an amazing thing to see that up close.
So I just had to ask this bride-to-be, who's about to say I do, if she fears sharks.
I do.
Oh my God.
And those were basking sharks, the second largest shark species in the world, second only to whale sharks. Well, that's video of Super Bowl winning quarterback Patrick Mahomes and some buddies tooling around Miami in a cart. One guy, as you can see, standing on the back. As carts gain more and more popularity, the video is causing concern. Ann Mercogliano tells us why.
That's star quarterback Patrick Mahomes and wife Brittany sitting in the back seat of a cart. So far, so good. But look at the guy hanging off the side. He's joined by another guy who climbs on the back. It's a potentially dangerous ride in downtown Miami that raised lots of eyebrows. After all, last April, a friend of football legend John Elway died after he fell off a cart being driven by Elway and hit his head on concrete. Golf carts aren't just for country clubs. These days, school-age teens even use them during graduation. They're also popular in retirement communities. We showed the Patrick Mahomes video to Michael Graubart, who sells golf carts in New Jersey.
Wow. Very dangerous situation going on right there. Anybody could fall off, get die, get seriously injured. Anything could happen here.
Graubart demonstrated what he says you should never do. He wore a helmet to make sure he was safe.
You're just hanging off the back of a moving vehicle, trusting the driver.
If I hit a pothole, what would happen?
I'll go flying off. Very dangerous. Everyone should be seated.
We also drove on the street. Any speed, Michael? Like even a low speed?
You are a moving vehicle. At any given speed, I could fall off and hurt myself. You gotta have seatbelts. Your passengers have to be holding on as well.
Some drivers don't realize the risks.
I think they feel it's more like a toy or, almost like a recreational fun thing to do. But it is a motor vehicle.
Well, just last week, a 76-year-old woman was killed in Florida when another woman driving a golf cart accidentally ran over her. Well, things are changing in the workplace. First came quiet quitting, where employees showed up and barely earned their paycheck. Now this Labor Day, we're learning more about live quitting, where you let the whole world know you quit.
This woman is telling her boss, I quit, in a new way.
I can't say it. I don't know how to say it.
27-year-old Darby Maloney is recording her resignation.
I'm gonna cry.
And then she's posting the video on TikTok.
If it's what you feel like you need to do, then I totally get it.
When it was time for me to officially quit, I just propped up my camera because it felt like the end of an era to me.
She's part of a viral phenomenon called live quitting, popular with Gen Z and millennials. People who are fed up with their jobs or find a better opportunity record their departure.
I got a job offer and I want to take it.
And post it online for all the world to see.
I am so disgusted by this generation. Good luck getting your next job, sister.
Attention, Walmart shoppers and associates, I quit.
I got to resign from my job. It's not making me happy.
Want to give it my 2 weeks there?
Okay.
26-year-old Hamza Zafar says he absolutely loathed his job as an engineer in Michigan. You hated your boss that much that you recorded him and put it out for the entire world to hear his reaction to your quitting?
Yes.
But is this any way to tell your boss you're out of there? Career coach Terry Jones says live quitting can actually backfire.
When you put anything online, it's around forever.
And when you apply for a new job, do you really want your next employer to see your live quitting video?
The movement is people's way of taking their power back and saying, I don't need you. If you're not going to value me the way I want to be valued.
I quit.
On average, 40 million workers in the U.S. quit their jobs every year. Now it's mystery solved as... Now I just got to hold on to that ring. And as college students get used to living in dorm rooms, this year they have the option of much more than just cement block walls and a mini fridge.
It's Extreme Makeover Dorm Room Edition.
Welcome to my crib.
College students across the country are turning their drab dorms into beautifully decorated masterpieces.
This is our bathroom area.
Look at this dorm room before and after. And just like those Bama Rush fashion videos,
My dress, which I'm absolutely obsessed with, is from Alice and Olivia.
now it's Dorm Rush.
Over here we have our living area. Here is my bed.
Hi, Inside Edition. This is our dorm room here at Ole Miss.
Maddie Baker and Britton Wheeler are freshman roomies at the University of Mississippi. Get this, they actually hired an interior decorator to transform their dorm room.
All we had picked out really was colors, and then she sent us patterns of fabrics and let us decide which patterns we wanted for our bedding and our pillows.
And here's their designer, Shelly Gates. She says she's getting lots of calls from students.
I've spent so much time with the girls that I know their vibe, and I can sort of begin to develop a theme.
Who could get homesick when your dorm room looks like this?
Welcome to our dorm.
Some parents spend $10,000 on their kids' dorm rooms. Pretty crazy. We'll be right back. Labor Day marks summer winding down, but there's still worry about mosquitoes, with September being the peak month for reports of West Nile cases. If you do get bit, we've got your do's and don'ts.
The unofficial end of summer doesn't mean the end of mosquito season across the USA, and with fears of the West Nile virus, many are wondering about the do's and don'ts of mosquito bites. One thing you shouldn't do, experts say, never scratch the bite.
Anytime that you get bit by a mosquito and you scratch it, you're causing more damage to the area. So you're increasing your chances of getting an infection.
So what should you do? First, just like any wound, even a little one like a mosquito bite, it's a good idea to wash the bite out with soap and water. This will help remove any bacteria near the bite that could lead to an infection. Then apply ice.
Ice helps because it numbs the skin, so when your skin gets cool, it feels things less well, and it also reduces inflammation.
Another good idea, apply an antihistamine cream such as hydrocortisone or calamine lotion. That should break the scratch itch cycle. Remember, there's no way of telling just by looking at it if the mosquito that bit you carried West Nile, Zika, dengue, or triple E virus. So it's important to look out for symptoms like fever, rash, or confusion.
Anything that causes you to have fevers with confusion is worth getting evaluated in an emergency department for.